impossible birth. A woman gave birth to 9 rabbits born. On September 10, 1726, Mary Toft gave birth to 8 baby rabbits. An incident that shocked the public and became widely known throughout England as the birth that made headlines. Mary claimed that she had given birth to these rabbits as the result of sexual intercourse with her husband, Joseph. The news of Mary's impossible pregnancy was reported and published throughout London in the early hours of September 14, 1726. A sweet stench. Mary Toft, who lived in Surrey, England, first began to feel ill one evening in September 1726. She was rushed to her local hospital after being found foaming at the mouth by her sister-in-law, who had accompanied her there. When she arrived at the London Lying-in Hospital at St. George's Field, she was bleeding heavily and doctors could not find anything wrong with her. Her symptoms worsened over several days, and it became clear that something was seriously amiss when she gave birth to a litter of 8 rabbit kittens and a baby on September 10, 1726. Doctors were baffled, but decided to take advantage of her apparent delirium. They wanted to see if they could trick her into revealing what sort of substance might have caused such an unusual reaction. They asked if she had eaten any strange food recently, or if anyone else in her family had been sick. But their questions were met with blank stares from Mary. Surprising pregnancies. Strange things can happen when you're expecting. People were amazed. Then they learned it was all a hoax. Some 300 years later, medical science is still puzzling over why some women claim to have given birth without ever experiencing any of pregnancy's usual physical or emotional signs. Known as pseudocesis or false pregnancy, these cases are often chalked up to mass hysteria and wishful thinking. But there are other possible explanations for these seemingly impossible pregnancies. And even if no one knows exactly what causes them, doctors do know how to help women who experience them. Intriguing births. Intriguing births is certainly an accurate term for one of history's most infamous incidents of bizarre reproduction. As written by author Nicholas Mason, in October 1726 in Berkshire County, England, a young woman named Mary Toft reported that she had given birth to 9 rabbit-like creatures, each with skin and fur, but no visible sign of genitalia or limbs. She also gave birth to a child as well, and then another, and so on and so forth until it became clear that there was something strange going on here, and not just for Mary Toft. Conception myths debunked. The old wives' tale of conception is not so easily fooled. Although long thought to be an impossibility, Mary Toft proved otherwise in 1726 when she gave birth to 8 rabbit kits, along with 1 human baby. Upon learning of Toft's unusual pregnancy, doctors ran a series of tests, including forcing her to drink alcohol and even slicing her abdomen open with a razor. They then concluded that it was impossible for a woman to give birth to anything other than humans. The medical practitioners were fully confident that the lady was telling the truth. But until they found corn particles inside the rabbit's stomach, they did not find any signs of pregnancy. She inserted rabbits into her body to make the scene as realistic as possible. Human pregnancy timeline. Human pregnancy is around 40 weeks long on average, 38 to 42 weeks. That's 280 days, or 10 months. A full term is defined as 37 weeks, or 273 days. So how many animals can be born in 280 days? With only 280 days human pregnancy, there's not nearly enough time for 9 bunnies. But Mary Toft was trying to get people interested in reading stories of miracles, and did it by claiming that she had given birth to an entire litter of baby rabbits. She must have been very convincing because her story was widely believed and published in newspapers all over England. Even King George I believed her story and sent his royal physician to examine her, and he confirmed that she had indeed given birth to 8 more than usual number of babies. Well, that is what he believed to have happened. After the births, Mary suffered no ill effects from her labors. Although she didn't produce any milk, it is thought that there was a tumor in her pituitary gland, which resulted in hyperplasia of her mammary glands. This caused them to secrete lactose, which would have turned into lactic acid, but it was still not enough for all of Mary's needs. As soon as someone brought out some cow's milk, she drank it up and got better almost immediately. She went on to have 4 more children without any issues. Her second daughter died at 2 years old, and Mary died at age 53 after giving birth to her last child. Although you might think otherwise, Dr. Church had actually delivered healthy babies before his famous experiment with Toft. In fact, he had even performed successful cesarean sections before that day. He just didn't ever publish his findings or share them with anyone else yet. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe.